Hey folks, as you see there in the lead picture, I have a bunch of these old fire extinguishers. Now these are just regular canisters. They unthread up here at the top, and you can take nothing more than baking soda and fill these up about a third of the way full of baking soda, and instead of going and spending 25-40 bucks on a fire extinguisher, these are played out. They were left in old RVs. You might have one of them laying around, and this one has plenty of chemical mix in it, which you can use just regular baking soda if you want to refill one. And it's one hell of a fire stopper with just baking soda in it. Now you're saying, well, what would I do? It's no longer pressurized. Well, I'm going to show you a pretty easy way to pressurize it. One way through this is with an O-ring, and I'll show you that. And this model here has a little spout coming out the front, little push button in the back. It is a old, very old, probably 50-year-old Super 6 fire extinguisher that was expended. So we're going to show you a little way here using nothing but this little air nozzle here, and these have about 65 to 100 pounds of pressure in them. They can handle up to 300 psi, so if you have a compressor set at 100, then you don't have to worry. Mine's set at 85 psi, and we're going to use this little tool here. It's going to go into the end of this hose, and I'm going to put a band on it like I have up here. We're going to tighten them down, and I'll pressurize it. Now, right now, I'll take it outside and show you it has nothing. Okay, it's just flat out dead. Doesn't have anything. I don't want it to little, because of the warmth, it might spit a little bit out here in the shop. But coming out here, you will see that it is dead. Okay, so let's bring it back in right quick. And my trailer is getting a lot of work done to it, guys. I'm going to be doing a video coming up next on this big RV here, the big RV here, and we're working on it, finishing it off. So let's get back on this. I know people want to see more on that bug out camper, and I'll put this here back on, and I'm going to pause and put all these together. It's a little easier for me to do, and I'll show you how we put it together and what we're using. Okay, now we're back on it here. I've got it clamped onto the air inlet tool and onto the end of the little Super 6. Strangely enough, I don't think I've ever seen one of these damn things here. It is very old. You can look at it. I don't know, man. It's to give you all an idea. And it tells you, do not recharge and all that kind of stuff. They're going to tell you on there, because they say, do buy more from us. That's actually what they're really saying. But this canister has to meet the ratings under the Underwriters Laboratories, as you can see down here. Let that focus in real good there. So it has to meet that, and it has to meet a typically 300-pound survival pressure test. Same with all of these. Let's see here if I can show you here. There it is here, tested to 300 pounds. Right there, 300 psi. Okay, so now generally they don't have that much pressure in them. They usually about anywhere between 80 to 100, 125 pounds in them, and here is 85 pounds right here. So I'm going to set this up over here. Okay, so by taking the air line, we're going to hook up the air line to it, just like that. And I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to lay this down on its side, and I'm going to hold this button in, and you heard it charge. That's it, right there. Check for leaks. Now, so that I know whether or not I've got any issues, I will take it loose here and hit this button here. No powder coming out, we're good. So, taking this back part off of this end. Now this is excellent because if you have an emergency, you always want to have one of these around. Even if they're old and wore out, they're not actually gone. So I'll show you here what we've got. So you have a kitchen fire, you have something go bad, you have a problem in your pickup or something, throw this behind the seat, let it get beat up. Now you watch this. There you go. Now we have soda inside this, and it makes the, will shoot out enough of the chemical of this mix. It'll shoot out enough of the mix. It's still spitting there, but it'll shoot out enough of the mix to put a fire out. So don't throw these away. Give them a quick little recharge and keep them around. Lay them in all kinds of places, your house or whatever. There's nothing going to happen to them because you're putting in 20 to 50 pounds less of pressure, and it's just baking soda. You know how quick you put out a grease fire in your house with that? That's all you needed right there. All right, guys. Me and Aunt May's working hard. Kira's working hard. We're trying to get this trailer finished. And as far as your refilling your fire extinguishers, put them about a third baking soda, 85 psi max. I usually run about 85. You could go actually 100 and a quarter, and you can recharge them. Now, as far as this one is concerned, I'll show you how it's done there by just taking this off. All right, hooking the air up on it. We're going to take it, and this one is dead also. And I will take this and I will just simply put it into the end of the nozzle right here. And you see the tapered end of this. I put an O-ring on it just in case any powder wants to exit. And I stick that right in there like that, very tightly. And I hold it in with my hand tightly and give it a blast of pressure while I hold the button down. And I can't do that when I'm holding the phone, but you understand how that works. That will wedge in there tightly, and you just hold it. You can hold 85 pounds of pressure from one of these, don't worry. You can probably hold 130, so that's just it. Right there, pressurize it. As far as getting into these, they just unscrew. See, look at the top of that neck. Get it, I'll grab it and unscrew it right quick. Well, it's starting to hiss a little bit because I got some pressure in it. So this one was a dead one too, but they just unscrew. See that? And they'll screw back down. They have an O-ring in them. You might want to replace the O-ring with a nitrile O-ring if you have to, but there it is, guys. Recharge, reuse. This thing here is like brand new, but it's dead. It leaked out all its air, and where they generally leak the air out is right here at that O-ring, because when people lay them down, that's where powder gets into, and it's aggressive, abrasive. And as far as these, you can, when you flip these upside down, this pin here will drill out, and all you need to do is put in a number 6 bolt, and it'll go right back in. But when it drills out, you see that part right here, it'll lift up, and there's a plunger right in there. You pop that plunger out, put an O-ring on it, and that'll make it seal if it's leaking, and then refill it. This one's actually very full. Refill it with baking soda. That's it. That's all you need. And you can reuse instead of paying, because I've seen these go for like 50 bucks. Instead of doing that, you got $1 worth of baking soda and some air. All right, guys, there it is. Y'all subscribe, y'all enjoy, y'all watch for this trailer here being completely finished out. We've got it going on. We've got the front end going on. The whole thing, it's got trimming to do, the air conditioner, the window. I've put this on the top up here, getting the curvature made, and she's looking good. Roll window over here, big escape window over there. Oh, she's working out nice. All right, guys, when we get done, you're gonna see more, but we're in the process, and the nice fenders will go over there. Y'all stay tuned.